Indeed, that is the large question and the elephant in the room. Meanwhile, with us on the broadcast is Dr. Sharad Kohli, Senior Economist. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on News X. Pakistan, of course, their economy is collapsing. The Pakistan Awam has been facing a lot of monetary problems for the last year and a half or so. Earlier, of course, Pakistan had received a bailout, a temporary bailout from the IMF, and before that they'd also received money from China as well as Saudi Arabia too. But now once again Pakistan is looking at chalking out and reaching a long-term agreement with the IMF. Do you think this deal will come about, or what are the possible sort of conditions that the IMF might raise?
Thank you, Pia, and good morning to NewsX viewers. Well, if you look at the current situation of Pakistan, if I was IMF, I would have refused it altogether. But if we look at the history, if we look at the last 13, 14 bailouts which IMF has done for Pakistan, well, I would definitely not say that Pakistan will not get this bailout, because although having said that, I would like to add, as a lender, I am not sure as to what is the lender IMF seeing in Pakistan which makes it believe that this money is going to come back. I mean, any lender has got to look at this aspect, that whether the borrower can repay the money or not. Well, the fact of the matter is that Pakistan has been just tossing loans from here and there. It borrows to repay, then it takes another loan to repay that one. So this has been, it's in a vicious circle of loan, as we call it in economics, which it is stuck in. And you know, any lender would also like to see the basic parameters of the borrower, if they are in place or not. Well, none of the economic parameters are in place as of now, as far as Pakistan is concerned. Inflation is over 30%. Foreign exchange reserves are in a pathetic condition, and country's per capita income is falling. The stock of groceries is coming down. Pakistan doesn't have enough food for its people. There is no fuel. Energy shortage is prevalent. People do not get electricity properly. So anything that Pakistan imports, for that matter, is under question, because Pakistan doesn't have foreign exchange reserve. So I think the compulsion with IMF here is that, IMF knows if it doesn't bail out, then you have, as a lender, you have a risk of losing whatever you have lent it so far. So you're not going to get that back. It is just going to disappear in thin air. So the choice with the lender is either you give more, or you lose whatever you have lent so far. So I think IMF also seems to be in a vicious circle of lending now, where it has Hobson's choice. So it has to lend in order to let Pakistan stay afloat. But I have a feeling that these are all temporary measures, and Pakistan doesn't have any economic long-term vision. You know, no production, no investments coming into the country. So Pakistan has nothing to show to the lenders that it is doing something, and with the political situation still very fluid. We should not forget that the government which is coming into power has come out of poll rigging. So how long can such a government survive? There's going to be massive protests which are already there in Pakistan. So there's a kind of a civil war situation. So I don't know in this situation how the lender is convinced enough to see that it keeps lending as far as IMF is concerned. It's quite a surprise for me as to what is the criteria. Even though IMF may ask it to increase the interest rate, increase the power, energy prices, increase fuel prices, but even these measures, Pia, as per me, are insufficient to bail out Pakistan in the situation which it has landed itself in. Over to you.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for taking our time speaking to us. Of course, the Pakistan Awam reeling under a double whammy at the moment. We will keep an eye out for further news and developments, but due to paucity of time, we must wrap up this bulletin. More news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned on NewsX.